I used to believe all the time, Minister Antoine, that Adam was nowhere to be found. That Adam was somewhere else and Eve was talking to the serpent. But the scripture let us know that Adam was right there, hearing the conversation. But he didn't say anything. He didn't say, and he allowed the conversation to take place. Not only did he allow the conversation to take place, he bit of the fruit that she gave him to eat after he received directives from the Lord not to eat of this tree. He did it anyway. A lot of times that's what we deal with as men. And that was Adam's sin, the sin of silence. Because he didn't say anything. So he allowed this to take place and he said nothing. You allow this to take place in your home. You allow your wife to be manipulated. You allow her to be deceived. You allow mankind to fall and you say not a word. You allow your children to get it. You allow things in your home and you say nothing about it. Sin of silence. So when they ate of the fruit, God gave consequences. He came through the garden. Adam, where are you? Man, where are you? Where you at? Step up. You got to take responsibility. And this is the consequences that he gave to the woman. He said to the woman, he said, I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor, you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. And he said some more things to her and some more things to Adam in terms of this is going to be the curse for you, Adam. This is going to be the curse for the serpent, for the woman, and for you, Adam, as well. But he said to the woman, he said, I will make you your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor, you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. Adam and Eve, the most basic and straightforward understanding of this verse, Pastor Mike, is that woman and man would now have ongoing conflict. See, I used to read that and think that the woman would be so in love with the man, and the woman would be, your desire would be unto your husband, and you just going to follow up behind him and allow him to get away with cheating on you and doing everything. But in further investigation, it appears that this scripture means that there's going to be an internal conflict, an ongoing conflict between man and woman. In contrast to the ideal condition in the Garden of Eden in harmony between Adam and Eve, their relationship from this point would include a power struggle. God is saying that Eve would desire to rule over her husband. Oh my God. So that's the consequence, Eve, that you would desire to rule over your husband. But her husband will instead rule over her. There is a conflict. Replacing the mutually interdependent relationship the Lord had created was a desire for one spouse to lead the other. Sin has wrought discord. The battle of sexes had begun. Both man and woman would now seek the upper hand in marriage. It's a struggle. The man who was to lovingly care and to nurture his wife would now seek to rule her. I ain't going to lead you like I'm supposed to lead you, but I'm seeking to rule over you. The wife would desire to wrest control from her husband. The word wrest means to forcibly pull from a person's grasp. To pull, force, or move violently, wringing or twisting movements. So her desire is to wrest control from her husband. We go back to Genesis 3:16. We properly see that the meaning is the sinful desire of woman. When it says your desire shall be for your husband, it means that when sin has the upper hand in the woman, she would desire to overpower, to subdue, and to exploit her husband. Jesus. I'm going to break it down. It means that when she has the upper hand, or when sin has the upper hand, she would desire to overpower him, to subdue him, and to exploit him. Meaning that when she's not operating in the spirit, meaning that when she's doing her own thing, meaning that when she's not focused on God and hearing from God, then her desire is to overpower him, to exploit him, to subdue him, to challenge him. But when sin has the upper hand in man, he will respond in like manner. With his strength, subdue her. I'm the man. Get in your place. Hey, with his strength. And to rule over her. When sin got the upper hand. When I'm not walking in the spirit. when I'm not focused, when I'm not in my devotion, when I've been listening to the dudes at the barber shop, opposed to listening to what God got to say about this. Man, you going to let your woman, man, you going to let your, no. You come in the house with a whole totally different spirit because you've been listening to some dudes in the street. You've been listening to some folks on Facebook, some plies, and some people who don't know God. This is who you live. This is who you allow to be a voice in your life, opposed to allowing the word of God to be a voice in your life. Listen, when sin has the upper hand, even though, Angela, I'm saved, but I can be saved, but sometimes sin can have the upper hand in my life. I'm not where I need to be. I'm saved, but I hadn't been in my word. I'm saved, but I hadn't been in the spirit. I'm saved, and I just got up, got in the shower, put on my clothes, and left. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's what I did. Sin has the upper hand in my life. I've been in church, I keep singing, I keep praising, I keep serving, but sin ain't got the upper hand. So now I've been with the sisters who don't know God and talking about their husband, and you know, here I am now. Sin got the upper hand. When sin doesn't have the upper hand, a man loves, and he understands how to love when it doesn't have the upper hand. When God has the upper hand, when the Spirit of God is living in me, and that has the upper hand, then I can love effectively. In the woman, she submits. When sin doesn't have the upper hand, when God has the upper hand in her life, when God is on the throne for real. Because I believe that some days you can put God on the throne, and some days you can take him off the throne. Some days you put somebody up there. Today I'm putting this up there. Tomorrow I'm putting God up there. Today I'm putting this up there. And you can't keep it. Come on, now God, you either I'm going to be on the throne or not. Ooh. Proverbs 14:1 says, the wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Not with anybody else's hand, with her own hand. You do it yourself. You talk too much, and you never shut up. You talk too much, you complain too much, you always got something to say negative. Do I do anything right? You always got an attitude. You don't even say nothing, but I can just come in the house and I'm happy, and you done messed up my whole day because you just sitting over there looking sour. So with your own hands, you tearing down your house. Do you think I really want to be in this house? Do you think I really want to come home and be cool and just have a good time? Do you think I want to? I mean, I don't want to do that. Is this what I got to deal with? Is what I did that bad? Or did I even do anything? Because you ain't even telling me if I did something or not. You just mad. And sometimes, ladies, you have to understand, sometimes you get in your mood. Sometimes you get a little upset. What men need to know oftentimes is that, hey, look, baby, give me a minute. It is not you. It's not you. Just give me a minute. If you tell us that sometime, we'll give you a minute. We'll give you your space. But sometimes we don't know if it's us. We don't know if it's the kids. We don't know if it's the job. And so when we feel like it's us, we like, man, I ain't nothing I can do with this, man. You frustrating me. You making me upset because now I'm mad at you for being mad because I'm thinking you mad at me because I don't know if you mad at me or mad at somebody else because you act the same way when you mad at me and when you mad at your mama. You act the same way. So how... And then you get nerve to me, why you always think it's got to be you? Because the last time we were talking 4 days, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, babe. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to hope something about it. Listen, it's easier to tear down the house. It's very easy to tear down the house. Yes, let's go. Get the ball and knock it down. Let's knock it down. You don't need a lot of utensils to tear down the house, but you need a lot to build a house. So wise women, you gotta be wise, and you gotta get into Proverbs 31. And you gotta learn how to build your house, how to build your husband, how to encourage your husband, how to motivate your husband, how to inspire your husband. You gotta be wise if you're gonna build your house. Yeah, got real quiet. That's all right. Proverbs 21:9 says, better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Not just on the roof, on the corner of a roof. Man, I almost be ready to fall off this roof. Cause you talking, living in the house with a quarrelsome wife. Look, all right, hold on, time out. Tell me, before you say one thing bad about me, tell me at least three things that I've done good. Have I done anything good? Do I come home? Do I pay the bill? Do I do anything right? You just said all these things negative about me. I know I'm not the best. I know I'm not perfect. I know I mess up sometimes. But is this all you got to say about me? You done came home from Breeze and you tell me the house ain't clean. Why the house look like this? I know, not these ladies, the other ladies who did. Not y'all, the other lady who went to Breeze down in Hawaii somewhere. They did not these ladies. Y'all came home happy. Y'all was like Whitney again, jumping on y'all husband. If you didn't have a husband, you came home excited. You didn't come home fussing because God is doing things in your life. Amen. Amen. Bless the name of Jesus. The man said, better to live on a corner of a roof than share a house. I don't want to share a house with you. With a quarrelsome wife. You fighting. You got a clapback spirit. Can't say nothing to you. You always got something to say back. You think I'm always attacking you. I'm not always attacking you. I'm just saying that, hey, look, this is where we probably need to go. And you this. Man, let me climb up on this roof here, man, because I ain't going to be able to do this. Listen, one guy said this, a park bench in peace, look, a park bench with peace and quiet is much better than living with a woman who never thinks I do anything right. If hubby never feels successful at home, he might shut down or allow himself to be led into an easier place. If he feels shut down at home, he already getting dogged out at work. He already the weight of the world on his back, and then he come home and he got to deal with you. With you talking and fighting him and complaining and wondering and when you gonna do this and when you gonna do that. Man, give me a minute. Give me a minute. We gonna do it. Just give me a second. Kay Arthur told Priscilla Shirer that the two things that men fear the most is to be controlled by a woman and the fear of being inadequate. The fear of being controlled by, like, I don't want you to control me. I want you to help me. I want you to help give me insight, but I don't want you to try to control me. It does something to my man. It does something to the king in me. It does something to my instinct. It does something to what's deep down in me. It does something. I know I'm not a fighter, and but it's something in me when you start talking so much and nagging me. It does something in me, and I ain't never put my hands on you, and I never put my hands on you, but it does something deep down on the inside of me. When you try and control me, or when I feel inadequate, like I'm not good enough, like I'm just not good enough for you. Because see, really what's in the back of my mind is that, I mean, I know you ain't saying it, but do you want somebody else? Or I don't even want to go there, but it's just, I feel like I don't do enough. I can't do enough to please you. I'm just not man enough for you. What is it? Do you want somebody else? I mean, what is it? And so those two feelings, she said, are two things that men fear the most. And goes on to say that these fears lead them to following attitudes and aspirations. Your man wants to be your hero. Amen. He wants to be your hero. Come on, engaged couples. Come on, early married folks. Come on. I need you to understand. Folks that have been seasoned couples, understand. Like, see, here goes some juice that you about to get to where, wait a minute. And you got to say, listen, don't look at, what he need me to be. Some of y'all already fast forward, like, what he need, what he getting me? What he going to get at me? But he want me, he want to be my hero, but I need, get that work and let God deal with you. Amen. Let God deal with you. This the brothers, and sometimes it's hard for him to articulate this. And he can't really say this, but this is what he's feeling. He want to be your hero. Amen. He want to feel like he is worthwhile to you and needed by you. He desires more than anything to see a lack. He desires more than anything to see a lack of love and adoration in your eyes. He wants to know that you celebrate him, that you depend on him, and that you feel privileged to be married to him and expect great things from him. Thank you, brother. He want to know that you feel privileged to be married to him. And that you expect great things from him. That's your expectation. You see him making it. You're rooting for him. You're praying for him. You're in his corner. Your husband desires to know more than anything that you trust him, that you believe that he has the wisdom and talent to succeed. And he knows when you don't believe in him. He is fulfilled when he senses that despite of his inadequacies, you see the possibilities and potential God has given him as your provider and protector. Even though I'm lacking in some areas, even though I don't have it all together, he needs to know that the way you see him is as a provider and as a protector. He needs to know that. Ladies, y'all better get some of y'all. Some of y'all not married yet. Some of y'all gonna get married. Some of y'all married. And my God, so this what's been off. Do I make him feel this way? In spite of how he make me feel, we gonna get to that. But it's about me, right? Do I make him feel this way? Good question. He likes knowing that you're praying for him, that you're rooting for him, that you're assuring that he still has what it takes to be the man of your dreams. Y'all ain't gonna church with me. He needs to know that he still got what it takes to be the man of your dreams. I know life hits you. I know you've been knocked down. I know it's get hard, but baby, you still got what it takes to be the man of my dreams. He needs to feel that. When he feels genuinely affirmed by you, it makes him want to live up to your trust in most cases. Then, even when he falls short, it will be apparent that his desire to meet your expectation. The Bible says that it's God who called things that are not as though they were. We got to take a page from his character. And you got to see it, even though he hadn't been dependable, even though he hadn't been trustworthy, you got to speak it into his life. You got to speak it and you got to say it. You are a trustworthy man. You are a great man of God. You are a man of value. You are a protector. You are a provider. You got to speak it into his life. You got to speak it until you see what you're speaking into his life. You got to speak it until it come to fruition. That's what a wise woman do. A foolish woman say, I ain't speaking nothing because he ain't being responsible. I can't trust him. He always not been some way where he's supposed to be. That's what the foolish woman, but the wise woman going to say, I don't care about what I'm seeing. I'm caring about what I want to see. I'm going to say it until I see what I want to see. And this is going to make him feel like, man, I got to step up to the plate when you speak it into his life. I got to step up to the plate because she depends on me, because she hasn't lost confidence in me. See, when she lose confidence, when he feel like you lost confidence in him, to where I don't believe you. I don't believe you're going to do what you say you're going to do. You lie. When he believed that that's how you see him, it crushes him. Because I know they don't believe in me because I ain't step up right there. And I know that, but when I come home, at least I got one person. If nobody else in the world believe in me, if nobody else in the world I can count on, I need to know that it's one individual that I can count on, that I can cry on their shoulder, that I can be vulnerable before you, and you still look at me like I'm a punk. I need to know that there's one person that's in my corner. It's one person. I can't talk to these dudes. I can't be honest to these folks. I can't open up and share myself and share my whole story to people. I can share my whole story with you. But when I share my story, you look at me a certain kind of way. You look at me funny. You make me feel like I'm inadequate. And that does something to my core. And I can't communicate that because I struggle a little. But it just makes me frustrated. And I get quiet. And it ain't good when a man get quiet. Let me say that for the ladies in the back. It is not good when your man gets quiet. Priscilla Shaw said that I think she had one friend who had a situation with the marriage, and so she said for 30 days she allowed her husband to make all the decisions. And that was even around Christmas time. She had to, like, all the decisions, like, look, I'm not going to buck, I'm not going to fight, I'm not going to say anything, but every decision, you make it. And it was empowering to him, because it was, let me step back, because sometimes when he make decisions and he don't really make the right decisions, I try to get back in and take control of it and do something and manipulate it and come and help him out. But sometimes you don't need to deliver him, mama. You don't need to deliver him. He ain't your son, he your husband. And you put that in perspective. This ain't junior, this senior. Put everything in perspective. I don't care what he looking like. I don't care. Sometimes you got, even if he leads y'all down the wrong path, even if he leads y'all and the lights get cut off, sometimes you got to allow the lights to get cut off. But he's the man. Stand there with him. He the man. And I know that we in here, but you're going to bring us up out of it. And if you need me to do something, I'll do it. If you need me to go and cut some grass with you, I'll cut grass. If you need me to go and cut some hair with you, I'll cut hair with you. I am with you. But baby, you tell me what we going to do, and I'm going to follow your lead. Oh, my Lord. Just trying to help your house. That's all I'm trying to do. I just want to bless your house. Oh, Lord. I just want to know I can depend on you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got confidence in me. She let the man all the decisions. So what you think, babe? Whatever you think, babe. And not this. What you think, babe? I mean, you whatever you think. No, that's attitude. That ain't. I mean, you go here. No, body language. Yeah. That's communication. It's the number one form of communication. So it's hey, baby, hey, look, a wise woman. Calm down, sisters. And hey, baby, it's whatever you think. I believe that you're going to make the right decision for this family. Now, listen, my opinion is I would think that maybe this, but hey, look, whichever one you want to do, it's going to be fine. We can do it on Christmas or we can do it New Year's, because I know that we're going to do it. And so long as you leading this ship, I'm okay. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have some wisdom. You got to talk to this man. That empowers him to make, that empowers him to think. You took his thinking ability away, because you step in every time. He ain't got to think. You step in, and when he get indecisive, you got the answer. Like, bam, this week. But all right, okay then. I guess so. But you want him to lead, but you hurt that process. That's all right. That's all right. No, I ain't teaching yet. We're called as men to sit on the throne. To lead. It's our seat. Sit on the throne. Yes, Lord. You called him. This is a kingdom man to sit right here on the throne. But what happens is when she finds the throne unoccupied, look at 1 Kings chapter 21. Sometime later, there was an incident involving a vineyard belonging to Naboth, the Jezreelite. The vineyard was in Jezreel, close to the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. Ahab said to Naboth, let me have your vineyard to use for a vegetable garden, since it is close to my place. In exchange, I will give you a better vineyard, or if you prefer, I will pay you whatever it is worth. When Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, he got up and went down to take possession of Naboth's vineyard. He didn't even do anything. She did everything. Then the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite. Go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, who rules in Samaria. He is in Naboth's vineyard, where he has gone to take possession of it. Say to him, this is what the Lord says. Have you not murdered a man and seized his property? He didn't do anything, but he allowed his wife to do it. Like Adam allowed his wife to eat the fruit. And Adam allowed his wife to give him the fruit. He did nothing. Because if we get kicked outdoors, it ain't the woman, it's the man. She didn't pay the bill. And we don't want to talk about the woman. It's you, man of God. She didn't do this, she did. It is your responsibility. She don't bring her money home. I don't know how much she made. I don't know how. You got to get in your position so that you can take lead. This is what the Lord says. Have you not murdered a man and seized his property? Then say to him, this is what the Lord says. In the place where dogs licked up neighbor's blood, dogs would lick up your blood. Yes, yours. And Ahab said to Elijah, so you have found me, my enemy. I found you. He answered, because you have sold yourself to do evil in the eyes of the Lord. You have sold yourself to do evil. So this man listened to his wife and didn't step up. I was speaking to a friend of mine who's very resourceful and own a very large company. And we was talking the other day, and he let me know. He said, I was in, he said it was a younger guy who was working for him. And the guy that was working for him, he said he thought that he was delegating responsibilities to this guy. And he gave him responsibility because the guy was sharp, Chris. He was sharp and on point, and he delegated the responsibilities. He said, but he really didn't check what he delegated. So he had an expectation, but he didn't inspect what he expected. And as a leader, you got to inspect what you expect. He said, so what happened was when he didn't inspect it, he just allowed him to do it. And the guy was just, he come to find out the guy wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. And the company got in a lot of trouble financially because the guy wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. And he shared this with me. This before he knew that I was getting ready to share this message. He said this. He said, man, what I did, he said, I didn't delegate. He said, I abdicated. Delegate is a person empowered to act on behalf of another. So good leaders delegate. You're acting on my behalf to get a job done. And I'm expecting what I expect out of you. Abdicate is to renounce a throne, a high office, dignity, to renounce one's throne, relinquish something such as sovereign power. That's when you abdicate, to where as a leader, as a husband, as a CEO, you can never abdicate your responsibilities. You can never renounce your throne. You can never allow people to just run with it, and you never check on what you've given them. Because you've given up your throne. The word, I was like, my God, to renounce a throne. When you do that, you renounce the throne. He said, so man, I didn't delegate, I abdicated. I allowed this man to hurt our company. And now we lost a lot of money because I didn't follow through. I didn't see it through. I didn't give it to him and say, hey, look, now I want to see what I've given you. And now I want to see the reports of that. It wasn't micromanagement. That's called leadership. So in your house, you don't micromanage your wife, but you lead your wife. You delegate responsibilities, but as the leader, as the CEO, you lead the entire house. So even though you may be the COO or you may be the CFO where you lead the finances, but I'm the CEO and I know everything that's coming in and I know everything that's going out, because it is my responsibility that, look, if something go wrong, nobody want to talk to the COO. They don't want to talk to the CFO. They want to talk to the CEO. I want to talk to the person in charge. They don't care about the musician. They don't care about the praise leader. They want to talk to whoever the person is that's in charge. So as the leader, man of God, who is the man of the house? Who is the leader? Who is the CEO? Who is the owner? Who is the head coach? We don't want to talk to I want to talk to the offensive pass coach coordinator. We don't care about him. We want Jason Garrett. We want the head coach fired. Man, no, that's a whole nother. I got it myself. I got. See, it starts off with him being on the throne. Don't get distracted, King, with the people. Stay focused. They don't exist. Stay on your throne. I know it's tough, man. We got a different kind of church. Y'all talking back to. I'm going to share this. Oh, my God. Yeah, here we go, right here. These are ways that you give up the throne, man. How do I give up the throne? What do I? How can I give up my seat? How can I give up my position? What has happened in my house? Because this is how it was. I submit to God. She submit to God. She submit to me. The kids submit to us. But we got a family. This is a kingdom family. I hear from God. In my most spiritual state, I love her like Christ loved the church. In her most spiritual state, she submit to me like the church is to submit to Christ. When she not on her business in God, that's when she clapping back and got something to say back and not being a wise woman. When I'm not on my business with God, that's when I'm not being responsible, not loving her like she's deserved to be loved. Ways you give up the throne. You give up the throne when you leave. You give up the throne when you leave her to take care of everything alone. When she got to handle all the business alone, that's how you give up your throne. She got to pay all the bills by herself. You gave up your throne. You're not in tune with what's going on at the house. You've given up your throne. You're at home, but you're disconnected. You have given up your throne. You won't communicate with her. You've given up your throne. You won't be intimate with her. And I'm not talking about in the bedroom. I'm talking about transparent conversation with her. I'm talking about television off. I'm not looking at my phone, but I'm looking at you in your eyes, and I'm talking to you, and you're talking to me, and I'm being very honest, and you're being very honest with me, and I know you, and you know me, that we're connected. You give up your throne when you don't do that. You give up your throne. When you're not covering me. When you're not when I don't feel covered, when I don't feel like I'm secured, because a woman's number one need, many commentators say, is to feel secure. I want to feel like I'm secured. I want to feel like I'm protected. I want to feel like I'm covered. And I'm with you, and I don't feel protected. I don't feel secure. I don't feel covered. I don't feel like there's any security. You're supposed to be my roof. You're supposed to be my covering. But why is it that I feel like I'm still by myself, though I'm with you? And not totally. Sometimes, I mean, I love you and all, but I don't feel like I'm protected. Like do you even really, really know me? Whew. I'm talking about, I need you knowing my soul, man. I need you knowing the depth part of me. Are we even connected? We married, but we still not really connected. Hadn't been in a true intimacy in our marriage. God, touch our brothers today, Lord Jesus. Because this is what I've been wanting to say to you, man of God. And I know I've been clapping back and I've been saying it the wrong way and I've been trying to take the throne, but forgive me for that. But this is really what I've been trying to say. It's frustrating to follow somebody that's not going anywhere. And I heard the pastor and I know the scriptures, but I'm just a human. And a woman tired, and you're not going anywhere, and I gotta sit here for the rest of my life behind a parked car. So you give up the throne when you don't lead, when you don't cover her, when you don't take care of your responsibilities, when you don't deal with the hard things, you don't have the hard conversations. In some cases, your wife is feeling like she's more of a man than you are. And I ain't talking about just these super, feminist women. I ain't talking about that. We know that's a whole different message, a whole different sermon. That's this whole feminist movement. I'm talking about not she's a woman, but she feel like, man, I'm more of a man than you. I'm not afraid to tackle things that you're afraid to tackle. I'm not afraid to negotiate, and you're afraid to negotiate. You'll send me on this mission to negotiate with people that you should be negotiating with. You send me down here to get the oil change. You send me down. Now, if you can't do it, that's one thing, but why am I getting the oil change? Why am I making sure that it's gas in the car? Why am I making sure that it's air in the tires? Why am I making sure all these things take place? And you're supposed to be my man. My covering. You're not there for me emotionally. You give up the throne when you're not there for her emotionally. When you won't communicate with her. You talking to everybody else, but you won't talk to me. I done heard you on the phone having a conversation with these folks on the phone, and you won't have a conversation with me. I didn't even know that you knew how to talk. So you know how to talk? Oh, really? Because when you come up in here, you got 2 words to say to me. You mumbling. You sitting down, you got something to do. You going to go to sleep. You getting in the shower. You on the couch. You're falling asleep. You're watching ESPN. But you on the phone talking. You got a conversation? Oh, inform me. Please inform me. This joker can talk. You can talk. And got sense. That made sense. But I talk to you don't talk about nothing. Woo. It's gonna get tight, y'all. You leave the throne when you allow her to get away with whatever. You just allow her to get away with whatever. You don't check her about certain things. See, it ain't talking about jacking her up. I ain't talking about trying to fight her. I'm talking about checking. Oh, look, hold on, baby. We ain't gonna roll like that. This is what we gonna do. God gave me the instructions to do this, and this is what we doing. And you leave the throne when you don't check her. She know you don't check her. She know you don't say anything to her. She know what she can get away with. And she get away with what you allow her to get away with. Because you've been allowing her to get away with it. It's like teachers. You know what you can get away with certain teachers. With certain supervisors, you know what you can get away with. But there's some teachers that's going to check you. Some coaches going to check you. You are not coming to practice like this. I don't care who your mama is or who your daddy is. You ain't coming to practice like this. Point blank period. You ain't coming to this church like this. You ain't coming to this team like this. It ain't going to happen. This is the order. I let folks know they know what they can get away with certain people. Some kids cut up in this class. They don't cut up in this class. They go to this school and they cut a row. They come to this school and they are model students. So you leave the throne when you don't check her. You leave the throne when you're not responsible, doing the things that you're supposed to do. You leave the throne when she got a full-time job, you got a full-time job. Y'all come home and she cleaning up everything and you ain't cleaning up no thing. And don't have the nerve to say something to her about what she hadn't done. And she been working and you been working, but you don't help out at all. It ain't nothing domestic. You don't help out. I had to do everything by myself. When you're not holding it down, when you're not sensitive to her needs, you give up the throne. Listen, and this is what happened. Because, see, every woman want to feel rescued. See, there's a sense of he can, but she don't feel like you got enough. And it's not because that's just who she is, but it's because that's what you've been showing her, that you've been irresponsible and that you won't talk and you won't communicate and you won't connect with her. And so she feel like, man, can you cover me? Can you cover me? It's difficult for me to follow you when I don't feel like you can cover me. I don't feel like you got me. You can't carry me. I feel like I'm going to fall if you try to carry me. You're going to drop me. You done dropped me too many times. You done dropped the bills too many times. You dropped responsibilities too many times. So, Pastor, I understand you, but I need somebody covering me. So Black Panther was getting ready to go and capture Claus from the U.S. And I don't know the other man's name. I don't know if y'all know him. It was the guy who was rolling with Black Panther at first, then he turned on him. I don't know his name. But him, Jabbar, okay, we'll call him Jabbar, all right? So he turned on him. But before he turned on him, Black Panther's father really wasn't a strong leader. And he allowed things to slide. And because he allowed things to slide, they thought the Black Panther was going to be the king that was going to lead and not allow things to just go undealt with. So they said, listen, so Claude, Black Panther, you going to kill Claude or you going to bring him back? Black Panther said, I don't even need y'all going with me. I got it. He went there and he didn't kill him or bring him back. See, Killmonger ended up getting the throne because Killmonger was able to get it done. So he gained the influence of the people because he was able to get it done. When Jabari came to talk to Black Panther, when Black Panther pretty much let him know that we let him slip through our fingers, Jabari told him, like, man, in a nutshell, you just like your father. When we thought that you was the man to get it done, we see that there's no difference. So he lost confidence in his king because he wasn't able to get it done. Because it's time after time, situation after situation, thing after thing that you just keep on dropping and you're not able to get it done in lies and false promises and not being able to come through. And I don't know, I just need you to get it done. And you're full of excuses of why it couldn't happen, why you didn't get the job, why you quit that job, how you quit this job and you ain't got no... And I got to sit here and smile like everything, that's okay, baby. That's okay, baby. God gonna get us through this again like he did last year and year before last and year before that and 5 years ago when you quit again and then 7 years ago when you had an attitude when they quit. He gonna get us through this, boo. Like, step up, brother. She's saying. No engaging conversation. You're not involved in the decision making. She make all the decisions. You've abdicated your responsibility. You got it, babe. Now, you not everything. I need you knowing what's going on. I need to make, you're in tune with what's going on. And you empower me to make this decision. But we're together and we're touching and agreeing about this. You've helped make an informed decision. She can spend whatever. She come and go. See, this is when you know you lost the throne. When she spend whatever, when she come and go as she please, when she say whatever, and dare you to say something back. Y'all ain't going to church. Y'all ain't going to church. Y'all ain't going to, So what has happened is that she saw that you not taking care of your responsibility, not doing what you're supposed to do, and so she saw an opening in the throne. She saw. Now, part of her been wanting this seat because of this how she was raised. Because she come from a family of strong women. Strong grandmama, strong great-grandmama, strong mama, it's some strong women, professional women. She come from that. That's where she come from. So a part of it is a battle anyway. It's a struggle anyway for her to submit to anybody and anything because she was doing good before you showed up on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Your drip didn't do nothing for her. It complimented her a little bit, but she already had drip anyway. She already had it going on anyway. Her credit score was already straight anyway. She already had a good job anyway. She already was riding nice anyway. She already had a crib anyway. So, come on. So when I let you in here, y'all ain't going to church today. When I let you in here, you better be adding value to me. I better be better that you in my life. At least let's stay the same. But I done got with you, and now you done brought me down. The devil is a lie. Give me that seat. Oh, my God. I done got with this dude. Oh, it's going to be tight. And now I'm in debt. I ain't never been in debt until I got with you. I ain't never have to go through this until I got with you. I ain't never been stressed out until I got with. So she want to move. She want to go somewhere. She want to go forward. But she see, like, I can't go forward because there's no driver on the ship. The captain has checked out. The captain has shut down. The captain is sulking and pouting. The captain is not leading anymore. So there's an occupancy in the seat. So what do I do? What do I do? I want to. So what do I supposed to do? Sit here and be still? Sit here and be broke? Sit here and be lonely? Sit here and be frustrated? Sit here and be nothing? Sit here and be tired? Sit here and lose? I'm not a loser. That ain't in my DNA. And so I'm not going to allow anybody to bring me down. What am I supposed to do? So just let my family just go down. I'm seeing the kids going down. I'm seeing the same traits in my kids. I'm seeing the same patterns. So what do I do? So, hey, listen. If he won't lead, I know how to lead. I know how to get it done. I know how to pay the bills. I know how to move this thing forward. So here she is in the seat. She in the seat. She in the seat. She's sitting on the throne. But I'm going to tell you what's really funny. Once she get the throne, it's hard for her to give it back up. It's hard. Once you give her this seat. So now he's trying to get his seat back. He coming back to try to get back my seat. They fighting. I mean, you don't never say when you come home. Man, you always doing it right here. You don't never do it. You always doing it. They fighting. See, they ain't really talking about a physical seat. They fighting about why you don't never tell me this. Where all this stuff come from? Where the receipts for this? Why you ain't do this? Why you ain't tell me about this? Why you let the kids do this? And you ain't tell, why we make this decision? Why you go? I thought you said you weren't gonna do this. I thought we said we was gonna get this. Why you get this car? Well, look, I thought we said we was gonna put all the money in one account. How you just go and get this and didn't even ask me for it? So it's a battle of the seats. They fighting over the seat. The seat gone. And see what has happened? What has happened is that she's lost respect for him. And not in a way to where she called him a boy and called him out his name. And she don't mean any harm, but it's just, I lost respect for my leader because you absent. You absent. You not leading. You're not taking responsibility. I was doing better when I was by myself. So I don't have respect for you, brother. And I'm not going to tell you I don't have respect for you, but that's really what I've seen how you handle problems. Because how you handle problems is that you don't. How you handle conflict is you don't. How you communicate is you don't. You don't deal with things. And how we going to move forward? And then you don't even have a vision. What is the vision? Tell me the vision. Matter of fact, don't tell it to me. Let me see the vision. Let me see the budget and let me see the vision. Well, we ain't got enough money to put together no budget. Brother, come on, brother. You better draw some up on that paper. You better go online. You better do something and show me something. You better tell me where we're going. Because if you got a compelling enough vision, then I'll get in a foxhole with you. I told you. I'll fight with you. I'll go to war with you if you got a compelling enough. But you ain't. So it's a battle of the seat, a battle of the throne. He wanted it back, and she ain't giving it back. When she take it, because listen, this is what she's saying, and this is what she know in her heart of hearts. If I was able to take the throne, if he allowed me to take the throne, then he is not worthy to be seated here anyway. Y'all ain't going to church. She know in her heart of heart, if he gave me the throne, if he wasn't occupying his seat, it scares me. It scares me to get out of this seat and allow him back in this seat because he done dropped me so many times. Because what she realized and understand is this. Real kings don't give up their throne. She know that real kings don't give up their throne. She know that I don't care if I get an attitude. I don't care if I don't sleep with you. I don't care if I have a hissy fit. I don't care if I don't come home. I don't care. If you are a real king, you ain't giving up your throne. If you're a real king, you're going to put your foot down and say, look, baby, look, this is how it's going to be. I've been praying to the Father. I've been talking to the Father. This is what's going to happen, babe. This is not going to happen this way, and you can do whatever you're going to do, but at the end of the day, this is how we're going to move forward. She know that in her heart of hearts. So the mere fact that you gave it up lets her know that you're not worthy to have the seat. That's why it's so difficult once you give it up to get it back. So now you're going to the wrong person to get your seat back. Because you almost going to have to fight her to get her out of this seat. Y'all ain't going to have no church today. You almost going to have to literally fight her to get her out of this seat. And we don't fight women. So now you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm in this constant conflict. I'm talking to the brothers. My wife is disrespectful. My wife does what she want to do. I'm talking to the brothers about, man, my wife is good and my wife did this. And man, listen, and she come home on time and she tell me this and she get my permission before she move forward on this right here. And you knowing in your heart, like, man, my wife don't do none of that, man. She just go as she please. She do what she want to do. And y'all fighting. So this is what happened. He got tired of fighting. He got tired of trying to get his seat back. And so and you'll be surprised how many marriages look just like this. How many marriages look just like this? And I know we ain't got none in here today. You ain't got a chair right there. But how many marriages look just like this? Because she's on the throne. And not because he gave it up. I mean, not because she took it. It's because he gave it up. Because he wasn't there. Because he wasn't leading. Because he was missing in action. And he's been trying to get the throne back. And she'll never say it. She's thinking, like, man, the mere fact you allowed me to talk to you like that, the mere fact you allowed me to make these decisions, the mere fact it went on this long, and there was nothing that was inside of you that rose up in you to say, hey, look, hey, check this out. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to move forward. You didn't call a timeout. You just let me run off on this big old lead. You let me run. You didn't call a time. Kings call timeouts. Kings regroup. Kings refocus. Kings say, hold up. Wait, hold up. No, this thing going the wrong way. And so this is what we end up with. This is what a lot of our society, this is how we, and you wonder why it's discord, and you wonder why it's dysfunction. This is dysfunctional. This is not how God created us to be. And not that this seat is not significant, that we was going to make another throne, but we decided not to make another throne because there was going to be extra money, so we just didn't make that throne. But this is a queen seat, so it just looked a little different. But the bottom line is that they in the wrong seats. Because there's honor in this seat as well. But this is the honor that God, this is the role and the position that God wants him in. But because he won't lead, he take this seat. Now he's trying to get back in his seat. And he's talking to the wrong person. And he's asking permission from her if he can get back in his seat. And you don't ask for permission to get back in your seat. Y'all ain't gonna have no church today. I ain't asking for permission to do what God called me to do. I ain't asking for permission to lead. I ain't asking for permission to be a man. I'm not asking for permission to be kingdom. I just do it. I just be it. That's just how it's going to be. Asking, can I have my seat back? Baby, can you trust me again? Baby, can you? So what this man of God got to do is talk to somebody that can help him. He got to talk to his daddy. He got to talk to the Father and say, God, I need your help. God, I hadn't been in my seat. God, I hadn't been responsible. God, I hadn't led like God you called me to lead. God, I hadn't been a kingdom man. I hadn't showed any emotion. God, I hadn't communicated. I hadn't loved her like you called me to love her. I've been out of my seat. Oh, I've been out of my seat. I've been in the wrong place. I've been at the club. I've been watching pornography. I've been with another woman. Whatever it is that has got me out of my seat, I have lost respect from my wife. I've lost respect from my family. I have been out of order. And God, I want you to forgive me, God, for my sins. Forgive me, God, for not being the kingdom man that you've given me. You called me to be responsible for this woman, and I hadn't been responsible for this woman, God. And things have gotten out of order. Forgive me, God. Forgive me, God. I want my seat back, God. I want my place back, God. I want to be what you've called me to be. So before you talk to her, you got to talk to your father and make it right with your father and get it right with your daddy and let your daddy know that you're capable of holding it down. You're capable of being back in your seat. You're capable of leading how God has called you to lead. I know I've been off for the last 3 years, but devil, that day is over. You should have killed me when you had the chance. You should have destroyed this when you had the chance. But I'm back in position. I'm back in position. I'm back in my place. I'm back on my face. I'm back on my knees. I'm back hearing from you, God. I'm back where I'm supposed to be so I can get my seat back. And when you get it back right with God, you don't ask for permission. You go and get your seat back. It's just going to happen. You just going to go there. She going to move and you're going to be back in your seat. She going to see. Y'all don't want to have no church. She got to see that you're consistent. She got to see that you're serious. She got to see that you mean business. She got to see that you're real. She got to see that you're not playing any games. She got to see you can't ask her, baby. You got to show her, I am committed to God. I am serious about God. You can get mad all you want to, but I am not going anywhere. I'm going to show you that I am going to be this man that God has called me to be in your life. God has anointed me to be your husband. He's anointed you to be my wife. And that is what I plan to do. I am back in my place. You can just get to the seat and she's just going to move automatically out of the seat and allow you to get your place back because you got it back right with your father first. Don't give up the throne, man. Don't give up the throne. Don't give up the throne. Ladies, you got to be very careful because oftentimes if he stay here too long, and he's gotten it right with God, and you allow him to stay here too long, he begin to wonder. I want you to hear me. When you refuse to give up the seat, even though he's proven himself to you, and he stay here too long, he begin to wonder because he begin to see that this is a game I can't win. And most men don't like playing games that they can't win. Y'all don't want to have no church. Most men don't like, I don't want to participate if there's no possibility of a win. I don't even want to try out for if I know that it's already set up. If you're not changing your mind, I don't even want to move forward in this. So let me go over here. I want to play a game where I can win. Y'all don't want to have no church. That's another message. He can win somewhere else. He can win at another house. He can win by himself. So, but because you're making it so difficult for me. So oftentimes, ladies, when he is trying to get back in his seat and he is submitting to God, don't give him such a difficult time to give him his seat back. But allow this man to lead you and be a wise woman and build your house. Be a wise woman and build your husband. Be a wise woman and build him up. There is a boy in him and there is a king in him. You got to be wise and you got to speak to the king in this man. Even though he's being irresponsible, even though he may be acting like a boy, you can't see that. You got to see the king in it and speak to the king that's in him. And whoever you speak to the most is who is going to rise up. When you speak to the king more than you speak to the boy, the king is going to rise up and lead you how God has called him to lead you. What God has joined together, let no man call asunder. This is ordained by God. Let God lead you and let him be the kingdom man that God has called you to be. Come on and give God some praise. Hallelujah.